And hello again. This is Lessons with Larry, episode 41. What's the difference between your circle and your corner? With special guest Stephanie Winfrey and Money Mike. Now, here's Larry.
Oh, hey. Welcome to another episode of Lessons with Larry, my man. Appreciate that, Brother George F. Grundy, the second, for that beautiful introduction. I like to say, I appreciate my special guest, Miss Stephanie Winfrey.
Thank you.
And Mr. Money Mike, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah. So today's discussion, we're going to discuss the difference between your circle and your corner. You know what I mean? And like I say, I appreciate Stephanie and Michael, Money Mike,
Money Mike.
for what I'm saying, for being in my corner. You know what I'm saying?
That's
For
right.
real, I appreciate that because there's a big
Mhm.
difference, and it's the difference between your circle. In my humble opinion, there's a big difference between the circle and your corner. Now, corner is a triangle. You know what I mean? So it's smaller than a circle. I would say the circle is just everybody that's around you that you interact with, things of that nature. A lot of people that you interact with are there for various reasons. Some obvious and some not so obvious.
So I think I want around my circle.
You rather have somebody around your circle? Yes.
My circle.
Okay. Well, we all have people that's in our circle, but the difference between, in my humble opinion, the difference between the circle and your corner. Corner is somebody gonna be there no matter what. That's your ride. They ain't going nowhere. They in the corner. They stuck there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like paint to a wall.
Now
They
that's
stuck. Now, your circle, people come and go. I done seen my circle be as big as a Buick headlight. And again, I done seen my circle shrink to the size of a period on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and
it's
I
never
was
fluctuates.
different.
For those that's in your corner,
Mhm.
they don't. No matter what, you can go back to back because they ain't going nowhere. They got you.
I don't-
Why is that?
Well, I'm thinking in the circle, you got people around you that can just circle you around and you got the safety.
So Jesus at the last supper.
He was circled. Okay, yeah, Money Mike.
He hit me with that one.
Okay, yeah,
Bam.
right. See, the last supper, his circle was there. In his corner.
Mm.
See,
Now
because
that's
as he
deep.
said, somebody's going to betray me and to stay.
That's deep.
Oh, so that's just real.
That's deep.
And a lot of people tend to tell you quickly, my circle is so big. Once again, that circle can consist of a different level of people.
Mhm.
But that corner, see, corner speaks stuff in two ways. Like I said, you got the corner,
Mhm.
which is in my corner, but then in my corner was who got my back, my ride or dies,
Mhm.
no matter what. Well,
that makes sense.
Just like if you roll some, I'm with you, but then I'm with myself. Now, obviously, this ain't cool. They're not one that when something's going down and you wrong, and then you be like, "Oh, ain't your BS," right?
Mhm.
I ain't telling you saying that. And you have to be monkeys, fall guys, or nothing of that. But I'm just saying they're gonna stand there with you and stand tall, but then they'll pull you to the side and let you know, look, we can operate like that.
I
Now that's
agree with
people in your corner,
you.
Yeah.
When the person is in your corner going to tell you like it is,
right?
keep it real with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not going. They gonna tell you if you right or wrong. They're gonna let you know, but they
Okay.
still gonna be
Yeah, they're not gonna
Right.
walk off the
right.
line.
Now, a person in your circle,
Or
me,
walk
walk off the line, and they'll tell you what
What you
want
want
to
to
hear.
hear?
They're
It's
there
not your
for it.
friend.
But they know we call them our friends all the time. So see, a lot of people are very with the word friend.
Right.
You know what I
Say
mean?
that
I hate when
again.
somebody say, "Oh, I seen your friend." Hold on, what did I say that indicated that you?
That's
my
deep.
friend.
That's deep.
See, this is a combination. This is a combination conversation
Mhm.
because the topic is, just like you said, who's in your circle,
But
who's
that
in your
all
circle in
ties
your
in
corner.
together.
But
because
yeah,
my
definitely.
friend go they have to be my friend to be in my square, my corner. They got to be close to me,
How
right?
many hold on, how many people you done had in your circle that wasn't in your corner?
Come
Well,
on, you should know
the
this
people
best.
the people in my circle are my associates.
Not I mean,
See, the people in my corner
no,
are my friends.
yeah, your true friends,
Yeah,
but the people in your
because
corner,
they
in your
gonna keep
circle,
it
could be
real
your
with me.
friends as well. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna keep it real
We're
with
not
me.
gonna give it a blanket statement and say everybody that's in your circle is not in your corner. We can't do that. But I'm saying if you see them in two places
Mhm.
at once, then that's probably they got you back. And that meaning
Now,
if you are coexisting in my circle, but you also in my corner, so
This
it go hand in
strange.
hand.
This strange. Like I said, a few things took place on this particular topic.
Correct.
But like for instance, I've witnessed this young lady here
Mhm.
helping people in some of the worst circumstances,
Yeah.
boo-hooing, crying, this, that. Then turn around next thing when she do, but y'all don't have no hair, but she put my wig back, as they say. You
Back
understand?
high.
Like, oof, you know, telling me, like, hey, remember such and such. I'm like,
That
yeah.
I hear
Oh, they, X, Y, Z, and
maybe
told me this and
maybe
went.
they tell
Yeah, I
yeah.
said, are you serious?
Oh yeah.
So, there we go.
And I was in that corner.
Right, but they would
In
It
your
wasn't in
corner.
my corner.
Just
What
add to the
about that?
conversation.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm looking at it logistically like boxing, about boxing. So in boxing, the people in the corner are the people that are there from day one, helping you get to the championship, helping you get to that fight, through that fight, and on the other side.
And they're
So
gonna tell you when you're right or wrong.
they gonna tell you
They're gonna
the
keep it
raw
real.
truth.
You down on these
Yeah,
on the points.
look, you losing,
On the
we gotta do
scorecard,
something.
you down.
Your circle, the people on the circle, those marketing. That's the people that's sponsoring. Those people that's putting money up just so they can get some shine on your belt and all this other stuff and be around logistically.
Right.
But they still support you. They want to be there. They believe in you. But as soon as things get a little weird for
They're gonna
them,
be gone.
they may be the first to leave. They take like any athlete that did something that might have been considered wrong. All the endorsements should leave. But these people done spent 50, 20, 30, $100 million on these folks. But as soon as something get a little weird,
Yeah.
they gone. But the people in their corner,
Still there. They still there.
Now, when you just said that, they're saying I actually believe in to a certain extent. I was told when business begins, friendship ends. So now when you get about endorsements and being, hey, if you go out here and you do something you understand that's not favorable to the public's eye, they have to withdraw themselves from that to not lose their funding, money, and source of income, which is their good. So when you get into business, that's something different, I think. Now,
well, I was just trying to put it
uh,
in a standpoint of like,
now when you said boxing,
right,
now I definitely was with that
right, but take it in a
one.
situation like your mother, she's in your corner. She don't care if you killed the whole world.
If your mama ain't in your corner, something wrong.
So
That
in my
tells a lot
opinion,
in certain
it
circumstances.
says a lot
Yes.
without saying
she's
nothing.
gonna give you unconditional
She had
support.
you. She know about it.
Unconditional support.
She ain't messing with you.
What about the parents that when they kids wrong, they don't sugarcoat it and they go and say, "Hey, wait a minute."
That's in your corner. You and
Yeah.
your
That's
kid's
me.
parent.
So
But
You in
let
okay,
their
me
corner.
okay,
so
but
So
now
let me
so
because
it's a
I heard this
it's a
one say,
personal and a
no matter
public.
what you do,
So a
your
parent,
mother gonna ride with
so a parent, in my opinion, your parent, they gonna whoop your tail in private,
you. Right.
but support you in public.
Okay.
To a point,
So that's what I
depending on
feel.
what you did.
I'm not
That's
finna
what I feel
reward you in
somebody.
public for no
That's what
misbehavior.
I
They just
feel.
gonna support you. Make
Well,
sure
see,
that you understand that you got somebody that still cares.
but when we grew up, kind of like it wasn't what. It's kind of like I heard a person say, "Well, I would say it many times. I fight where I get mad at." Okay, so my mama, or my mama, she wouldn't hold me up because if you're gonna front me up, because if I do something silly or stupid or something, I'm actually cutting her off. I'm testifying against her raising me correct. You know what I'm saying?
'Cause,
you're right.
like for instance, as
She
he's
gonna get on me
because
right
as
then and there.
because as
As she
I'm fronting
should.
her off. I'm fronting
Me
you right
off.
back off right where I wanted to act up at.
And he's speaking because two of his siblings got
Called Philly.
they
Hey,
got
hold on, you gotta tell it. Go ahead and tell it, man. Hey, hold on. This is
so
related to the story. We gotta put no
I
names.
ain't gonna put my sister.
No, they grown. Now, they
We
was
was
kids. They was kids now.
But me and
Let the
one of
record
my
reflect.
sisters, which I got many of them. Me and my sisters, we was with we out at Kmart back in the day on Pearson Road. And, one of them just was having a baby. So we was like, hey, we can lay the baby out. Oh yeah, come on with it. I'm with you. So we done took about 90 outfits.
I got nail down in their pocket.
$90. And they cost
They got caught
all
stealing.
of
They
his
came out on
pennies.
Pearson Road.
Oh my
Hold up.
God.
Allegedly.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you.
Allegedly.
No, ain't no legend. This actually happened. This
This
is about 40, 50 years,
Yeah,
40 some years ago. Don't tell you now. Hold on. So where did y'all wind up going after y'all got
After
caught
we got
stealing?
caught
This type of mama I had.
We got caught stealing. We got took to church and had to go stand up in front of the church and get the demons and stuff prayed out. And that wrongness.
The thief God.
Thief
Get
God.
the thief God.
Oh my goodness. Are y'all serious?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
serious.
Y'all,
What?
Yeah. It took us right up in front of the whole congregation.
And they gonna bring him home.
Hey,
Go up to the front of the church. It was a
Hey,
revival. I never forget it.
oh my
At
God.
a revival.
At a revival.
These two people still
at Kmart, they got caught today.
Yeah. Well, I pray for him. Pray for him. Let's pray this. Let's pray this
Had
thing.
everybody hands on our head.
We're gonna lay hands on him. We're gonna get the sticky fingers. We're gonna pray over his sticky fingers.
Yes.
But yes. Thanks. That's what we missed. That's for real.
No, absolutely. This incident. And I want to repeat and I
Okay. Okay.
Before you go in there, Sharita Turner said, "Good evening."
Hey, good
Good
evening,
evening.
Sharita. How you doing?
Tara Lisa McBride said, "Great topic. I would rather have more."
Thanks, Terry.
Yeah.
Shout out to you. Straight up.
and I need to know y'all.
Now we have okay, we have Stephanie want to bring something to the light, something that's happened today. Go ahead, Stephanie. So
So
we would like your opinion.
so it's a 10-year-old boy who got a gun. Took the gun from the 10-year-old and took it down to the police station to find out what was going on. I asked someone about that. They called it snitching. And I commented, no, not snitching. That's a 10-year-old boy that don't know about nothing. And I said that they should have took that gun and him down there to find out what was going on. Me and this
John
person
Ware.
to the police
Okay, so
station.
they're okay. So
Took
they
the gun.
basically call that snitching.
They call it snitching.
I
Now,
would
if it had been adults, that could be snitching. But I think that if they had to took that gun and to the and had to
it
take that gun,
could have
it
been a
could
tragedy.
save one of y'all family members.
It could have been a tragedy.
Well, he was like, and I asked, they was like, well, okay, he took it. All he had to do the gun from. I said, no, because if you took the gun from, you would have went and got another gun.
How
And
does a
then what happened?
10-year-old get in the gun?
So I think
That's
that 10-year-old need to be reprimanded so that and maybe they need to take him to the jailhouse and show him around the jail and do some scare tactics with him to let him know that this is not cool.
Well, maybe hold up, but see, did you ever take the time to think that perhaps that gun that 10-year-old see is a replica of that gun that he played with in the video games all day long?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep. And a lot of times they may not even know the difference. Boy,
Shout out to the gentleman from me. Shout out to the gentleman that got that gun from that young child.
Yeah.
For one, the child didn't know the severity of what he had.
They
How
don't
this
know.
can actually take a life away real easy without even thinking. So I would say I wouldn't call in that instance. I wouldn't call that snitching. I call it prevention.
Yep.
That's to me. That's and shout out to the gentleman that
Who
did that.
who did
It took,
that?
yeah, yeah.
And it was a big stick in my mouth.
Well, let's look at this. Let's look at the big picture of this. Whole big picture of this. The fact is this is part of what's taking place
Today.
with society. No, beginning, from beginning to this phase and stage, and it's gonna go on. What it is that everybody want to make certain rules in life for certain, like that's credited to the street code.
Mhm.
Street code, you know, snitch. But then when you got the
Mm.
incident from the Buell Elementary School
Right. Remember that incident that happened
and
Yeah.
things of that like
years
that.
ago?
So, I feel it come a time of growth and maturity. When is people gonna come to understand the truth? If you don't have no order, you're gonna have
If
chaos.
you don't have no
So
laws,
when
you
you
can't have
putting
no.
these rules, you making these rules up about labeling what something is, all that fall into bullying, uh, 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 who
Game.
who dress. Just there's so many different judgment calls. So where do you come to a point where we get to the proper order of things
Well,
and address it and execute it in its
well,
proper manner?
it's up to the parents. But again, what I said was the daddy might be locked up, the mama could be on drugs. It could be any scenario. But then I think somebody in the family should step up and teach these kids. We have to find a way to teach these kids. All these shootings is going on. It's crazy.
Can I input?
Yes,
Go
yes,
for
sir.
it.
So I borderline on the side that getting the weapon and turning it in, great. That's applause, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Telling that it was the 10-year-old
Mm-hmm.
that had it and stuff, I think that's dangerous in a sense. For me, I would find opportunity to get the child and get an understanding from them on why. Because when you push these children towards authority, saying like, "Look, you in trouble now," they ain't gonna say nothing. They ain't gonna say nothing else to you ever again. But when you look, I'm taking this danger away from you because you don't know what you're doing. Now you need to talk to me and we see what's going on, why this happening, who messing with you, what made
Where
you
did
think
you
you even
get it
need
from?
it, yeah,
First,
all this
And
stuff.
see, we don't know that
Because
part.
in
see, yeah.
reality, when you start opening up these
Let me
onions,
tell you the problem with that.
when you open up these onions, it creates other things because the streets are real. When you live in the inner city, when you live inside of Flint, and then you starting to open up these things, the sheriff ain't gonna show up as soon as stuff happen. The police ain't gonna show up as soon as stuff happen. And these YNs are serious.
I'm gonna tell you the problem.
I'm listening.
The problem with that is these kids nowadays, they don't want to listen to us. First of all, they think we're old and we don't know what we talk about. They don't even realize that we've been in these streets before they were born.
That's a
I think
piece
they
of a
will listen.
that's a
I
piece
think they do
that's a
listen for
piece.
real.
What you mentioning?
But
No, no. What
mhm,
what you mentioning has is truth to it. But see, the sooner we can individualize things and realize that it's all a slice of pie, because you saying things about kids, but then what about the parents that promote it?
well,
So it's
that's what I'm
different
saying.
pieces to this situation that all
Environment.
go together.
That's
You
what
know, when you say
what I
Let me give
really
y'all
do
an example
well,
of a situation. So, the personal situation. So, somebody that I'm close to today, years ago, when they was a YN, was wilding, and people was telling me they was wilding, and I ain't believe it. So, I went to speak to him. We had a conversation, and I got that authoritative, big homie thing with him. And he looked me dead in my face, man. I'll kill you right now.
Huh?
Right. So, and I'm like
yeah.
You
laughing
sure
because
right.
I'm like, your
Shit,
little
man.
malnourished
If he was
self ain't
telling you
even
he'll
got
kill
no
you
gun
right
on
now,
you.
that means he got one on him.
Right. But I wasn't thinking
or
Right
like
now, he
that
or
because
is
I'm
telling
looking
access
at
to
you. You
it,
don't
right.
even look like you
one or
you
the
got
other.
no. So he told me like, look, and he
See,
pulling out this thing, looking. I'm like, where in the world was you hiding this thing? So with all that said, I had to change my direction on it because what do? Get real. No, like I grew up. around real
You had
ones,
to
and
show 'em you ain't scared.
I had to show him that I cared,
Right.
Right,
That's a
that I
difference.
was
Right.
in his corner,
Right.
right,
not in
Right.
his circle.
Right.
I
right,
was in his corner.
Right.
exactly.
That's
So
good. That's a good
we had
analogy.
Good
more
one, good one.
conversations, and it wasn't me turning him in to know this and trying to make sure that he got in the 12 steps. That no, it's like, look, I'm right here today. What we need to do? What we about to do for you? Because you about to do some stuff that's gonna change your whole life and everybody else around you.
Without you even recognizing.
Right.
You know, in my
Well, I
opinion,
So
think
now to today, this is what I did. I maxed out. I spent some money because he said he wanted to do yards. He wanted to get into lawn care. So I spent every last dollar I could to get him all the equipment for that. He started doing that. Then he bought him a truck. Then he did all that. Now
gotta be
he's awesome. He's
That's
amazing.
what's
This is
up.
like 7, 8 year process.
Right.
But the thing was, I was in his corner and I didn't let him
Yeah.
go.
well,
And
Yeah,
I ain't say that
yeah, look at
what
what
going
you
on
put
with
in
you
there.
just because you cussed me out or you threatened my life. Okay, all right, that's part of
well, I
life.
think the guy,
Yeah.
the man was, but
But he
but
turning them all the way in. He
no, but listen, no, that's not, he you he has to know that there's laws. We
cause and
can't
effect.
teach them laws. He has to know that for every action there's a reaction, and I think that's teaching him the land of the law of the land. We can't teach him that. Now, the uncle was with him, and the uncle, and I'm sure they was just gonna talk because he's a kid. They're not gonna just. They're gonna find out where it come from, little boy. They're gonna sit down
That's rude.
and, and do that. They ain't gonna just snatch him up, throw him in
Right,
jail, and do. They're not gonna.
let me tell you something. This today, when I said today, you was like with me at 7:45. So I said, well, I'm gonna run over here and holler at my people on the south side. So I go over there, catch one of my close, close family to me, go over there to him. I said, man, where's such and such at? He said, somewhere this. He said, we all getting ready for my niece's funeral. I said, what? I don't know about it. I said, what? So one of my partners, he said, yeah, man, such and such's daughter got killed.
Wow.
The youngest one. I'm like, wow. So, once again, life is just like a recipe. But when you got so many people cooking and using different seasonings on different things, you're gonna get different flavors. I'm just using that to say, hey, whatever you feel about saying, no, it should go this far, or it shouldn't go this. Where do we come together? Because just like they say, who wrote the rules? Who's saying that this is right? Who's saying we have so many different opinions about stuff that we never collectively come together to say, hey, as even as let's go. I'm not saying it's about races, because I'm not on the racist thing, but I'm just gonna say as a race to communicate. When can we collectively come together to get on the same page?
And that's gonna have to happen because, like I was saying,
It's a
they
must.
do not listen to us. I'm gonna
I,
give
I,
up.
I hold
He
I
on.
got
keeps
Can I
two
say?
saying
Can I
daughters.
say
that.
this? Hold up.
He
Can I
got
say this?
five
Can I
that
say
listen
this?
to him.
Now now that part. I, put it like this. No, hold on. That part I disagree with you on
Yeah, I
Okay,
do.
because no,
No,
seriously,
I
and
don't.
because and only because
Well,
I
they don't show us
hold up.
that they
Right.
listen
Okay.
to
But
us.
no,
listen.
you
Listen.
keep
But only because I could bring my gentleman, my little man up, and you be like, I want to get all the children like
Because,
this. Hold on.
because you know why you
I know,
taking time
but
out with
you
but
them.
hold up.
same
But
token, you
see,
saying what
they
they
invest
won't
in. See,
do.
I'm investing my time. Hold on,
Just like he
hold on.
did.
I'm investing
Mhm,
my time,
mhm.
but I'm not giving you my time. I make you understand this. I'm investing my time. In you. So when I make an investment, I'm looking for a return.
Results.
Now my
Yeah.
return is to see you behave
Mhm.
like I know you can. To be the young intelligent
But let
gentleman.
me.
Hold on, to be the young intelligent gentleman that I know that you are destined to become and that you are capable of becoming.
Mhm,
Now, one thing they will listen, and what I found with a lot of the younger individuals, guys in
mhm.
particular, they will say, "My parents, they won't listen to me." I try to tell them they don't want to listen. See, so
It goes both ways.
obviously, exactly. If you're not prepared to listen
Mhm,
to someone, then you shouldn't be prepared for them to listen to you.
mhm.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's
And
true.
so
period.
what I found
That's
when I
true.
come to them, and I
Agreed.
come to them. I don't come to them on their level because we're not on the same level. I wouldn't even psych myself out.
Exactly.
But
Okay.
when I come to them, I come to them straight up, and you'll be surprised at the way they open up. They love to open up. They love to take advice and listen to us. But I'm gonna tell you something about the younger generation. You cannot go to them and yourself is not in order, or at least appearing to be in order,
Mm-hmm.
and think they finna
Thank
pay
you.
you any attention.
Thank you.
Now, if you got your affairs in order, where they can look and say, oh, he older, but if and when, I don't even know if at this point in my life, I'm so young, I don't even know if I can see myself at his age, but if and when I get that age, I sure wouldn't mind looking like that. I wouldn't mind carrying myself like that. Well, in order for you to carry yourself like this or like that, then you gotta start now. You don't start later on, you start right now. So when you teach them that, and then once you teach them things and taking the time to explain to them and taking the time to make sure that they comprehend it,
Boys,
which, huh?
I think girls are different than
See,
boys.
They
Most
are.
definitely.
They
They're
are
most
totally.
definitely different.
I think, like in the school system, I think. Hold on. In the school system, I think that the boys should be tested with the boys because boys learn different than girls,
Yeah.
and girls should be tested with the girls
Yeah.
okay,
because
well, let me ask you this question.
because girls mature fast. So
Let me ask you this question. Now, I see that part, but I want to ask you this. Well, see, now we're dividing kids. You're saying
no, because
boys,
you don't choose apples
girls.
and oranges.
Right.
They
But
different.
what I'm asking you is communication wise and building wise. The same way y'all invested in building boys and got the results, you can do the same
Yeah,
thing
to the girls.
with the girls.
Got to, got
So
to. It's
so
not
so
enough
see,
women
big
to
short
take the
clarity
time to
is
do
with
that
that
for real.
because each time we've got on the subject of kids, Steph, you straight kids, these kids, that. But
You know
once
what?
again, you do this. We go back and look at the things. These kids.
Mhm.
No, what it starts is these parents. These
Well,
parents.
these parents,
And when you don't
as
want to
soon as
accept
we
that you
start
may have, a lot of people don't like to accept they may have made a mistake. We have covered this below.
Right.
As parents,
absolutely,
we have made mistakes in raising
absolutely.
and reaching our
Okay,
kids. So that's where some of it start out, and we got to go change that and try to reiterate something different to get the results we're looking for.
I have been down this and I have made mistakes, and I've
Right.
said
We
I
all ain't
made
nobody
mistakes.
perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, all of us.
So when
Sure,
I
sure.
go to people that, like he said, I've helped many people,
Yeah.
and when I go to these people, and I tell them, look, my life wasn't perfect life. I made my mistakes, and I try to talk to these girls, and I've helped girls that come to families that come through my home that I didn't
Yeah.
even know I've helped. And I said, listen, there's a better way than the way that you're going. And I said, for me, I said, don't make the same mistake that I have. I can teach you better.
Julie,
But
how
in
old
order
are
for
their
you to
ages, if you don't mind me asking? Around about, just
they
hypothetically.
between the ages during the time between the ages of 15 and 19.
Hi, y'all. That's the problem. Hold on.
Yeah,
It's not the 15 and the 19. But
it's
you
that
see
middle.
where you intervene at, we gotta catch them at 7, 8,
Yeah,
Yeah.
6,
by the
Yeah.
time they're
9.
16,
Yes.
it's
You
too
get
late.
there, yeah.